Welcome back. Short one today. On my Instagram, I've posted a few videos with somebody doing what I call the death drill. Now, I'm not a huge fan of drills, but players seem to like them, and there is a little bit of evidence maybe that you can transfer what you do with drills onto the golf course with a little bit of work and a bit of know-how, which is why I tend to shy away from them. But this one seems to make everybody that does it better. Now, you need to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and who's going to benefit most from this drill. It can accommodate very different styles of swing, which you might not think when you initially see it because you are so locked down. But let me explain to you a little bit more about it. Now, don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. Let's grow the channel. Right, all you need is a wedge and an alignment stick. Now, an alignment stick that is slightly flexible will make life much easier for you than a very rigid, thicker, stronger alignment stick. So you've been warned. The death drill kind of came about because I was looking for a way to control a player's trail or right arm of a right-handed golfer. Now, it also happens that the way we figured it out also controls the wrist, so it's very extreme. Essentially, it locks out your right arm and it locks out your wrist from having much movement at all in the backswing. So you end up with something relatively wide here and here. Okay, there's not much loading in the wrist, definitely no loading with the elbow. But what it ensures is that you synchronize your arm swing with your body, which is key for short game. Over accelerating arms is probably the single biggest problem that I see amongst players that can't chip particularly well. Whether it's the arm swinging across them fast or pulling and pushing, both of them have very negative effects on your strike. So the death drill, if you struggle to control your arms, is 100% for you. Let's show you it in its purest form. Now, the way to set it up is you put your left hand on the grip in its normal position at the top. You take the stick, you put it under your right armpit, slide it up a good amount, put it between the first two fingers, middle finger, index finger on your trail hand. Put the stick underneath the grip and keep that stick in between the fingers. Now, it will feel awkward. It will feel very tricky. The stick's actually sticking to me. And then make a few swings. You'll see it's actually bent a little bit, hence me saying you need a stick that bends. Make a few swings where you keep the pressure on this palm against the thumb and you keep it in place on the backswing. Now, that's going to reduce the action in the wrist. You can see there's a little bit of movement there, but not much. I would have to let go of the stick and the club to make more movement. And it also stops my right arm from bending. Now, could it bend? I'm sure it, yes, but I'll feel it sliding under my armpit. It keeps the arm very, very much in its address angle. Now, from there, the only way you can get the club to the ball is to pivot very effectively. You can't load in transition, you can't drive the arms. I said it takes everything away from you, and it truly does. So very pivot driven on the downswing. You might need to feel a little bit of movement towards target with your head at some point, whether it's on the way back, on the way down, the whole way through, I don't mind. It just has to go that way to some degree. Let's hit a few. It's a toughie. Got to remind myself to move towards target. Little clean. Oh, a couple of grooves low, slightly hot. Not bad though. The fear is that I'm going to chunk it, so I don't mind that. There's the chunky one. Man, it's a brute. Let's see if we can get one. Better. Just need it a little bit harder. He's going to follow through, the connection stays really strong between arms and body. It's just a real test. There you go, that's more like it. Just needed more swing, more turn both sides of the golf ball, because I've removed my way of creating power with a little bit of wrist, a little bit of elbow, taking it away. So it becomes very, very dependent on the body. There you go, that's more like it. Just needed to lengthen things out. Now, I did mention that it is suitable for more than just kind of a wide player. It's going to help those players out the most. But to be honest, every good short game that I see has a good body movement, a good pivot. Whether it uses wrists and elbows or not, you might get players, Cam Smith, kind of pretty wide, a little bit of elbow softening, a little bit of wrist, but a great pivot with extension on the way through. You've got players like that, pivot really nicely. make it look really easy. Players like Adam Scott maybe use a little bit more wrist, a little bit more loading. Pivot again really nicely. Brett Rumford, absolute legend. Shifts downwards, forwards, loads of wrist quite a bit. Individual grip and release, but again, super strong pivot. So you can do, sounded great, didn't it? You can do a lot of different things with your arms and your wrists, but it's all supported by better body movement. This drill, whether you want to use your hands and wrists and elbows or not, this drill will still make you better. You don't have to be a wide shallow player to utilize it. Okay, so I'd recommend it for everybody. I'm yet to see anybody that it makes worse. Give it a go, stick a comment below, let me know how you get on.